welcome everybody here on the Titan crew. And today, for you fans on Instagram, social media, Facebook, YouTube, the world, today you're going to see inside the Titan Mentor group and what we do here today. And we are going to be going over some diets. I'm going to be answering questions to make sure these people are on their diets. Come on around here, take a look to everybody that's on here. So, one of the things is somebody, and I want to get into this, these are great topics too. And I said no to this earlier. Oh, there's Mona. Hi guys. Mona's filming me, filming you, filming me. I don't know how that works. You broke the fourth wall. First rule in acting, never break the fourth wall. All right, calorie, let's see, I talked about the calorie intake depending on regular or... Okay, let's start with something easy and simple that you guys are gonna love. Hey, somebody wrote in the Titan crew, hey, why can't I do cardio all year long? I like it, I wanna do it, I wanna do it all year long. All right, now I know that you guys know this and I've talked about this before. If you start doing something consistently all year long, the same thing over and over again, what happens to the body? It adapts to it. And then when it adapts to it, you can't use it no more. So here's the problem with society today is they think cardio is something that should be done all year. And so when I do try to diet somebody down, you find out that they're already doing 40 minutes of cardio 4 days a week, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, or an hour of cardio every day, or fasted cardio every day. So when I'm trying to cut you down, you're using exercise to cut yourself down instead of nutrition. Nutrition is what keeps your metabolic rate going and fired up. The problem is people go away from that and they start starving themselves and shut down their metabolic rate, and so they just exercise those calories off. This is not what I want for you. And that is a short-lived thing. So Kyle today said, hey, I want to do it all year, and you can't. Unfortunately, you can't. And that's like saying, I want to diet all year. Unfortunately, your body will shut down. So when you guys start to think about that and you start doing that, this is not what I want for you guys. Again, you're going to be short-term. You won't be doing this for that long. It may work for a year or two, but in time, that body's going to give out. Now you're just running your head against the wall. So no, cardio comes into play depending on what you're trying to do. Some people say they want to do cardio where they're on strength gains. This defeats the purpose. You're trying to build muscle and you're trying to load up those calories. So by doing extra cardio, you're just beating your body down again. Again, if the guy that trains the hardest and diets the hardest is the greatest in the world, we'd all be doing that. But he's not. There's a scientific way to do this. There's a smart way to do this. There's a way that you got to function your body and use it as a ladder, and you build it up and then you come back down. So a lot of guys right now, we're dieting down and they're slowing down on their metabolism, and we're putting in the work. They're doing everything they're doing. I don't know if they're messing up or doing extra stuff that I don't know about. I would like to say they're not, and they're staying on point. But if you're gonna do 3-hour workouts and your body stops working, what happens? You're gonna have to go to 4 hours to get it to work again. That's not what I want for you guys. I want you guys to drop all the way back. We drop back to an hour of workouts, no cardio, and then we start building again. And there's a lot of people in this group right now that can talk about that they were putting their body through a lot of trauma, and now the body's not wanting to work with them. Regardless of the amount of energy we're putting out, you gotta keep going. We're gonna keep trucking for another 5 weeks, and then we're gonna pull you back. That's just the way it is. So no, cardio, if I did an hour of cardio every day, I would not be able to use it anymore. My body would plateau, and then I can't use it, and I'd have to go to 2 hours a day. Then what happens? Body plateaus again, I'll have to go to 3 to 4 hours a day. Quit jobs, not travel, and just do cardio all day. That's enough of that. Let's move on to the next thing. Somebody wrote, and here's the big difference. It's about calories and about what he's eating calorie-wise, protein to carbohydrates, and this new age of always having fats in there. Now, I understand here something. Sometimes food comes into play because some people cannot eat proteins or meat proteins, so you have protein drinks. or they have other types of foods that have protein in it, but it takes the carbohydrates so high, you're at about 400 grams of carbohydrates, which is a huge amount of carbohydrates. And if your body's burning it off, that is incredible. But I would like you to get your proteins up so we can build some more muscle. And by doing that, again, then you're gonna raise your carbohydrates up to 500 grams, which again is a large amount. And that's great if you're like Mona and you can burn that off. Most people can't. But here's the thing. If you're doing a nutrition plan that's relevant to your religion or where you live or what you believe in eating and not eating, I can't change you. That's somebody coming to me and saying, hey, I'm not going to eat protein. I just want to eat fats, but I want to get in shape. All right. That's a tough one. So, because we're going to burn off all your muscle as we're trying to just eat the carbohydrates and your fats. So understand that there's going to be a point in this situation where if you're just trying to make the meals work with your lifestyle, I could only help you so far. There's the difference. Most people do that. Most people say, hey, I need my workouts and my eating plan to work around my lifestyle. Where my workouts and eating plan, my lifestyle works around that. That is number one to me. Everything else is secondary. I get my workouts in. I eat the meals that I need to eat to get a better me. And then the life begins. If you are continuously saying, hey, I got a half an hour to work out, I really don't want to eat perfect, and I'm not going to get a lot of sleep. All right, then you're going to get the body that you just told me basically what you're going to do, because you're going to fit that in. I don't want that for you guys, mostly in this crew, because a lot of you guys are really trying to take this to the next level, and that's what we want to do. And again, for you people back home, everybody that's in this crew are on my programs, one of the 4 programs, or a guideline of that. And then the nutrition is really what I'm here for today, is to kind of give you an idea on how to do the nutrition, but also the bigger point of this whole point, and what I'm talking about you guys today or at home, is the pitfalls. Because anybody can give you a program and anybody can give you a diet, but what happens when life hits you in the drops? I'm going to help you come around the backside and come back up and keep on track. Again, I've done this through my teenage years, well, prepubescent, also teenage years, and 20s and 30s and 40s, and now in my 50s. So there's ups and downs, but how do we function in those decades? And that's what I want to teach you guys. So for most of you youngsters that asked about cardio earlier, you're in your 20s and you want to do cardio all year, no go. Those are the 2 points right now. Cardio done all year? No, I'd rather you not do it. Calories in, calories out, in a sense, it depends on what you're doing and how you're trying to do it. If you're going to take in a large amount of calories, but then you're going to go out jogging and you have a large amount of carbohydrates and not a lot of protein for runners, believe it or not, besides weightlifters, but weightlifters is a calorie base. We need a lot of protein and carbohydrates and fats because of calories to build muscle. Runners need a lot of protein to save their muscle. And believe it or not, if you just watch and read the studies, runners need more protein than even bodybuilders. So it's an amazing thing, but when you're doing that, you're going to be doing 2 different worlds. You're not going to be putting on size and strength and muscle if you're trying to run 10 miles a day. But I think you guys all comprehend that. And then the third thing, somebody last week talked about, they're in Miami, they're in tank tops and shorts, and I've never really talked about this, why I cover up 24/7. The basic stuff is this. By covering up your body, it helps you warm up better. Also, it keeps you your body warm throughout the whole entire workout. That way it's less injuries. And I know that he said he's in Miami, so it's really hot. If you ever noticed any Middle Eastern countries, they're always completely wrapped up. That's because your body regulates and it keeps it cool, actually. Or at least comfortable. And when you go to tanks, and I don't think you want to go to the Middle East and walk around in shorts and tank top, you're going to overheat. So those are just some of the simple things. Then there's secondary stuff that I think about. If you are always in the gym with tank tops, you're probably posing or checking out the body, which is going to fatigue you more. I want you in there to work out. And the second another thing on that is when you're in there in a tank top, besides posing and fatiguing yourself, you're always looking at yourself and you're seeing if the body's working. What I want you to be able to do, and this is for everybody, is to be able to see without seeing. So when you're training your back or when you're squatting, you should be able to feel the muscle instead of having to look at it. Because if you're squatting and looking in the mirror, you're not looking in the right place. When I'm squatting, I'm looking up. I'm not looking at myself. When I'm deadlifting, it's the same thing. I'm looking up. When I'm working my back, obviously you can't see your back working. You should be able to see it and feel it. And the reason why that's so important is because it becomes a second level of mind to muscle connection. And those are the reasons, those are just some of the reasons I keep covered up. I mean, I think everybody's heard about the reason that I believe my body is an art piece and I'm not going to show it until it's ready for stage. And that's one of the big things is I'm in there not to show it off. I'm in there, and that's why I keep covered. I will take it off for videos and stuff to show how exercises are worked, but the majority of the time I am covered up. I'm covered up 24/7 actually. There's very few short sleeves for me. But that's just me, and that's how I was raised, and I started at a gym at 8, 9 years old, but I was that little kid that was always flexing, and I was training in a powerlifting gym, so where those guys were annoyed with me and go, kid, you gotta cover it up. So that's just a little trivia for you. That is it for today. I am gonna go back for all you Titans that are in the Titan Mentor group, and this is for you guys that are just watching the YouTube. I'm gonna go back because all of these people here have asked questions on today's post, and they asked about their nutritions, they gave me pictures, they gave me updates on what they're doing, and I'm gonna go back and make sure that they're on point, moving in the right direction, and make sure that we're just staying focused on this. And the reason why that's so important is because I challenge these guys to check in every 2 weeks, and that keeps them on point. They know they're gonna check in. They know I'm gonna call them out if they mess up. And just like you guys, if you guys join here, I'm gonna call you out. If you're messing up, you're messing up. And what's great about the Titan crew too is, and I wanna give a big prop to you guys are so supportive to each other. I love it. But this whole tuna fish that Steve started, tuna fish and broccoli in a blender and start drinking it.
Oh my God.
You are crazy, kid. That took it to a whole new level. I love it. I love you guys. Have a great day. And I will go back and answer your questions right now for you guys. Thanks, Titans.
And how do we join?
Now, for you guys, right there.
How do we be a member there?
This is how it happens. This is free to everybody that subscribes to my Fit Plan, my workouts. So you get to sit here and talk to me. Now, here's the one thing that you're not going to be able to do. A majority of you are not going to be able to work one-on-one with me. I'm too expensive. It's $1,000 to work with me. Or $7 a month to be on the Titan crew and my workout plans and nutrition. I think everybody can afford $7. $7. How much is a coffee at Starbucks, a big one?
Oh gosh, it's 6 and change.
All right, and that's just in a one day.
Just
this thing is a month.
Just skip the hot chocolate latte.
Yeah, just skip that one day and you're good.
Yeah.
And so you'll be able to work with me, talk to me about your nutrition, and also ask all those kind of questions. And one of the big things I don't do is like when you guys write me, hey, isolate whey protein, which is better, what's this? That's the wrong question. You know, I have to look at your body. That's what this is for. I check out what you got. I make sure to see also how you lift. And then we just break it down and we start correctly for once and you see the changes. Here's the big thing. Yes, I can get you guys in your 30s and 40s and 50s in better shape than you've ever been. But I recommend this to the 20-year-olds, the teenagers and the 20-year-olds that want to be the elite athlete. If you don't start now, you're not going to be here when you're my age or even before my age. That's the one thing they don't tell you is that I've been this way my whole life. And so it's easier for me to maintain this. If you're not like this in your 20s and 30s, most likely you won't be like this in the 50s. And that's what I don't want anybody not like this. This has been a fun life. I've been able to be jacked for 41 years. And so let's get started. That's it, man. Mona's got to go check on baby Titan. I am out. Thanks, everybody.